Hi, Brandon and Angela. This is Mal. Yeah, I know. I'm looking pretty old since the last time you saw me, but I'm feeling great. So, I wanted to send a message to you both, but particularly Brandon today for an important milestone in his life. First of all, Angela, I have to say, as you can see, I'm not fading away, and I think you have contributed to some great cooking skills that I've developed over the years, and I truly appreciate that. For Brendan, well, what can I say? Let's start with some issues I have to take up with you, and I've had to have some help and counselling and treatment on. Number one, pseudocrine. I refuse to use any other product except pseudocrine. Now in the US, that's a problem, so I've had to have it imported, and unfortunately, it's not approved here in the US. So that import business has been seen as an illegal operation, which I've had to spend several months and years in a state penitentiary. But it's okay. It's not your fault. I just want to let you know. Secondly, diapers. Every time I see diapers, I think Pampers. Pack here, pack there, pack here, pack there. Thank you. So I appreciate that too. And the last one, I don't buy normal toothpaste. I have to buy toothpaste every second day because I'm only able to use those little small boxes of Colgate. Well, a little about some of the negative effects you've had on my life, Brandon. Let's talk about some of the positive. Let's get more serious. Brandon, to me, you are like a second father. You looked out for me, you advised me, you helped me. And there's certain things that you've taught me that have stayed with me through my 51 years. Firstly, business. You piqued my interest in business. You got my heart looking at what it must be like to be a businessman, in good and in bad. I saw both. I also saw how you handled both good and bad. And I have to say, that stayed with me for a long time. Secondly, entrepreneurship. Just again, as a young age, I saw you, I watched you, you had your business, and you were always positive about it. And I know now how difficult entrepreneurship is, but you are the one who originally got that idea into my head. And I appreciate that. And last on that vein, and not least, you taught me probably one of the most important lessons of my life: humor. Humor is the key to a happy life and a successful business, a successful marriage, and successful friends. I saw you in the face of adversity, tell jokes, and bring humor into a situation. I saw you when you wanted to give a message to us, Virgil and myself, and maybe a message of, what could have been a negative message, but you use humor. And I have learned in my life that humor is the key to success. Truly is. If you want to have an argument with somebody, use humor. If you want to debate politics, use humor. If you want to be successful in negotiating business, introduce humor into the conversation. It lowers everybody's guard, makes people smile, and much more open and enthusiastic to accept. So, from my perspective, you taught me that lesson. Probably one of the most important lessons of my life. Final lesson you taught me was to always treat everybody with the same respect, whether it was the janitor or whether it's the CEO. Always have time to stop and talk to them, ask them how their family's doing. You were a master at that, and I watched you in awe. And I'll never be that good. I'm not good with names. I am good with talking to everybody and treating them the same. But I'm terrible at remembering their names and their kids' names. And you were awesome at that. So for those reasons, I want to say thank you for the influence you've had on my life, and therefore the influence you've had on my circle of life. And finally, Brandon, you were also a friend. You were a good friend. You gave good advice. And today, And this week, as I hear that you're celebrating such an incredible milestone, 90 years of age. Wow. I think back and I think, the influence you've had on me, just me. I'm just one small dot in your 90 years. I can only imagine the positive influence you've had on your family, your friends, your family's friends, and so forth. So today, take a minute to do what you don't do very well, which is congratulate yourself. Be proud of what you've achieved and the positive influence you've had on people around you. I truly love you, Brandon. I love the O'Byrne family. They were my family for many years. And while I don't see many of them now, I'm in touch because I hear, and we have Facebook and we have all those other tools. I hear and I'm always interested in how you're doing. So I couldn't make it to your 90th. However, remember, I'll be at the 100. I've already blocked off that week. I will be in, assuming I make it that far, I'll be there. And you better be there. And I know you'll be there. And the reason you'll be there is because you have humor in your life. And I appreciate it. Finally, one of the quotes that I always remember of you, and it was a joke, but it was one of those things I say to people, to my kids today and their friends, and everybody still gets a laugh, is, there's people dying now who never died before. Brendan, live long, be happy, be healthy, and know you've had a great influence on people all around the world. I love you guys. Talk to you real soon. Have a great celebration.